So we're here at the historic Hanby House in Westerville, Ohio. Before I give you the background of the house and some of the inhabitants, I thought we'd take a tour of the grounds. This is a registered historic site, and there's actually also a site on the Underground Railroad as well. So we have some biographical placards on Bishop Hanby and his son here, and some pieces of sheet music that I'll discuss. Then over here, this was the garden where they grew all their fresh vegetables and herbs, spices that would be cooked in the home. And then you can actually see right over here is that this is a historic Underground Railroad site, and it was deemed a significant site by the National Park Services in 2011, I believe. Right now, this place, the home itself is not open, but I've arranged for a tour in a couple weeks to be able to go inside and take pictures and document more about the building itself. Across the street, you can actually see part of Otterbein University, which one of the first owners of the Hanby House, Reverend Hanby, was one of the co-founders of Otterbein University. Okay. So, Hanby House was built in 1846 in Westerville, Ohio. The city of Westerville itself played a fairly significant role in the temperance movement during the mid-1800s and later in the Underground Railroad. It was originally built on the corner of Main and Grove, and was occupied by the Hanby family from 1853 to 1870. Interestingly enough, the home has actually physically been moved twice in order to preserve its historic significance. It's currently about 1 block away from its original location. William Hanby was a bishop in the United Brethren Church and served as the editor of the Religious Telescope. Okay, he was an abolitionist, a leading figure in the temperance movement, and like I mentioned earlier, co-founder of, at the time, Otterbein College, now Otterbein University. This was a station on the Underground Railroad. The bishop's son, Benjamin, was an accomplished composer, actually penning over 80 songs, including the very famous Christmas carol, Up on the Housetop. Like I mentioned earlier, this is on the National Register of Historic Sites, and in 2011, the National Park Service recognized Hanby House as a significant station on the Underground Railroad. The home currently is a living museum of the former inhabitants in the community of Westerville. In a couple of weeks, I'll be able to get inside and examine some of the cultural artifacts, including original furniture, personal family items, and even some of the original sheet music. The home stands as a living history, not only for the Hanby family and the city of Westerville, but for the entire nation. It helped demonstrates the importance of local history's impact on our nation and beyond. Personally, this home speaks to me. I very much put value in my lived experience in my own home, and understand how much home life and its surrounding shape and influence our own histories. Further, as a history teacher with a love for the Civil War era, the home's historic place with the Underground Railroad sparks additional interest. Honestly, I was surprised to discover this home in my community and its value. I was truly unaware of that, and I think it's pretty cool. So I look forward to exploring more about this home, its inhabitants, and their historical legacies.